class. Welcome to, well, I'm a little late, I admit. I'm a couple days late, but welcome to week 4. I wanted to do our check-in video style, and I wanted to show the puppy. Hello. He's here with me to do the check-in this week. Okay, he's a little lazy. Um, so I'm going to put myself down in the corner so we can just go over some things for this week. I hope you guys are doing great. I love seeing you use the open discussion and help each other, especially with the whole note-taking thing. That's great. It's good discussion. So, all right, let's see what we have. Um, this is the week for chapter 7. This is the time I'm really sad that we're not all together because I love the attachment information. And I know I have a whole bunch of extra stuff. Of course, do and listen and watch what intrigues you, but it's just such an incredibly valuable um, composite of information for understanding um, what really begins the development of a child. I mean, this attachment is huge. So there is the power, the attunement and attachment. Let's see, let's go all the way down here. So we have the attunement and attachment, PowerPoint, and screencasts. And then all of the videos I kind of mentioned in there. Please do watch the Strange Situation Experiment because it will show you 3 of those attachment styles at play. And I think that's really important because keep in mind that what's really important in determining what an attachment style is how the child responds when the caretaker returns. Not that they cry when the caretaker leaves, because most children will. That's, if they're attached, that can be normal. But what do they do when they return? How do they respond? Are they able to be soothed? And then I don't think my mouth is matching my words, so I apologize if this is weird. I don't know. Um, I and especially to remembering that a lot of this has to do with how is this being built by the caretaker. So of course, wiring has something to do with how a child shows up and what they need. Different children with different wiring are going to need different things from their caretakers. Um, but how is the caretaker showing up? Are they predictably responsive, creating a secure attachment? Are they predictably unresponsive, creating avoidant? Are they unpredictably responsive? So sometimes responsive, sometimes not, leads us more to the ambivalent. And then if they're completely neglectful, of course, we can have the disorganized. And trauma can play a role in many of these insecure types. Um, I think what's really interesting is what Dan Siegel says in one of the videos about disorganized is to remember that these are children that are, that children are both biologically driven to seek out caretakers, but also biologically driven to avoid threat. We all are. So when the caretaker is the threat in any way, then the child becomes confused. And we can, and that makes it difficult to know how to respond or what to do. So can go into that disorganized. So not meaning to redo everything that I already did. um, and then we do move into chapter 8 some because we have to move so quickly. I'm sorry. And learning a little bit, looking at early childhood and our early kids and the brain and so forth. So here's all your information for the Making Connections paper. The worksheet that asks the questions, the synopsis of the movie, and all the links that you need. You can watch the whole movie, but do not feel that you have to. You can answer all of the questions in just these pieces. Keep in mind, with all of these answers, and like with everything I look for when you're doing any kinds of connecting information for me, I love to see you, one, define for me the concept. So when you're looking at the Good Will Hunting worksheet, I should have done this before, but I'm sorry. When you're looking at the Good Will Hunting worksheet, and I had to move it. And it asks you, for example, sorry, this isn't moving well. I'm going to take myself out here. Um, and it asks you like to choose one of Erickson's. For some reason, I can't figure out how to expand my screen here. Sorry. Um, one of Erickson's first two stages. Then what's really important to me is that one, you're gonna tell me about the stage, everything you kind of know about the stage that you choose. Not all of Erickson's stages, just the one that you choose. So tell me what you know about that stage, and how, what, this is really important. What leads to a child passing that stage, passing, or failing, which I hate to use that word, but we can kind of get a grip on what I mean. So what is it, what does the caretaker do to help a child pass that stage or not pass that stage? And then you're going to look at Will and you're going to say, okay, where are examples that I can use to show that maybe at that time of that 0 to 1 or 1 to 3 or whatever, that he passed or failed during that time. He is not in this stage at this age that he is now. Well, I mean, he might be, but we're talking about the stage then. So when Erickson said you go through it. So what might have happened to Will? What might it have looked like for him during those times that made him either pass or fail? And how is it showing up now? How do you know he passed or failed based on his current behavior? And what might have happened during the time of the stage to make him kind of pass or fail? I hope that that makes sense. So that you're going to do with every single question. Freud, behaviorism. Please use the discussion board that I've set up, because especially behaviorism is tough. That's the one that students usually really struggle with. How was Will maybe either operantly conditioned or classically conditioned during his childhood, during his younger years, during his life, and how is it showing up now? So when you look at the clip when at the very end with Robin Williams, and Robin Williams is walking towards him, and he even calls him son. Go back and watch that one. What was Will maybe classically conditioned? How was his body conditioned to respond when someone called him son, like to a father figure, or to somebody, a male authority walking towards him? How might he have been classically conditioned for his, like, how did his body respond to that happening? And so how is it showing up in his life now? So use that discussion post. I will chime in and ask questions. Please try to do that on the discussion post rather than emailing me, because it can help everybody. And then I can answer it for everybody rather than just to every single person who emails. So you guys have been so great with that. I hope everything is going well. I hope you're having a good summer as well as a good class. Please let me know if there's something I didn't cover or a question you have. Take good care, guys. Until next time.